What if I told you that while you're sleeping tonight, there's an ancient grain that could be quietly rebuilding the muscle mass you've been losing year after year? Most people over 50 don't realize that every night they sleep, they're missing a golden opportunity to reverse muscle aging. This isn't about expensive supplements or complicated workout routines. This is about a grain that's been nourishing civilizations for over 4,000 years, and modern science has just discovered why it works like magic for muscle building after dark. I'm Dr. Fernando Manocchi, and after 15 years as a cardiac surgeon, I've seen firsthand how muscle loss affects every aspect of health as we age. Today, I'm going to share with you something that might surprise you. The solution to muscle wasting that plagues millions of seniors isn't found in a laboratory or a gym. It's sitting in grocery stores worldwide, often overlooked and undervalued. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine your muscles as a construction site that never stops working. During the day, daily activities and even simple movements create tiny tears in your muscle fibers. It's completely normal, like how a busy road develops small cracks from constant traffic. But here's where the magic happens. At night, when you sleep, your body becomes like a construction crew working the night shift. They repair those tiny tears and, if they have the right materials, they build the muscle back stronger than before. The problem is, most people over 50 aren't giving their nighttime construction crew the right building materials. Without proper nutrition, especially the right type of protein, your body starts breaking down muscle tissue instead of building it up. It's like asking construction workers to build a house, but only giving them half the bricks they need. They'll have to tear down part of an existing wall just to build a new section. This muscle loss, called sarcopenia in medical terms, affects about 30% of people over 60 and up to 50% of those over 80. To put this in perspective, losing muscle mass is like watching your body's engine slowly lose horsepower. Every year after 30, we naturally lose about 3 to 8% of our muscle mass. But after 50, this process can accelerate dramatically if we don't take action. Think about what this means in practical terms. Less muscle mass equals less strength to carry groceries, climb stairs, or even get up from a chair. It affects your balance, making falls more likely. It slows your metabolism, making weight management harder. Most importantly for heart health, it reduces your body's ability to regulate blood sugar and support cardiovascular function. Your muscles are like a secondary heart, helping pump blood back to your heart with every movement. Now here's where many people go wrong. They think the solution is simply eating more protein during the day or hitting the gym harder. While these aren't bad strategies, they're missing a crucial piece of the puzzle. The timing of when you consume certain nutrients can be just as important as what you consume. Your body's muscle-building machinery works differently at night than during the day. During sleep, your body releases growth hormone, which peaks in the first few hours after you fall asleep. This hormone is like a foreman directing the nighttime construction crew in your muscles. But without the right raw materials, even the best foreman can't build anything substantial. This is where our ancient grain comes in. But first, let me tell you about some common mistakes that might be sabotaging your muscle-building efforts. Many seniors I've spoken with make the mistake of avoiding carbohydrates entirely, especially in the evening. They've been told that carbs will make them gain weight or disrupt their sleep. While it's true that refined sugars and processed carbs can be problematic, eliminating all carbohydrates can actually hurt your muscle-building efforts. Your muscles need glucose to function properly, and certain carbohydrates can actually enhance protein synthesis when consumed at the right time. Another common issue I see is people focusing solely on animal proteins and ignoring the power of plant-based options. Don't get me wrong, animal proteins are excellent sources of complete amino acids. But plant proteins, especially certain ancient grains, offer unique advantages that many people overlook. They provide not just protein, but also complex carbohydrates, fiber, and specific nutrients that support the muscle-building process in ways that isolated protein powders simply can't match. Let me share a story that illustrates this perfectly. A few months ago, I was consulting with Maria, a 68-year-old woman who came to see me because she was concerned about her declining strength. She told me that she used to be able to carry her groceries up 2 flights of stairs without thinking twice, but now she found herself struggling and having to rest halfway up. Maria had been following a strict low-carb diet and was taking expensive protein supplements twice a day. On paper, she was doing everything right according to conventional wisdom. But when we dug deeper into her routine, I discovered she was avoiding all grains because someone told her they were inflammatory. She was also having her last meal at 5 in the evening because she'd heard that eating late would make her gain weight. I explained to Maria that her approach, while well-intentioned, was potentially working against her muscle-building goals. Her body was essentially fasting for 14 hours overnight, which meant her nighttime construction crew had no materials to work with. Worse, without adequate carbohydrates, her body might actually be breaking down muscle tissue to create the glucose her brain needed during sleep. We made some strategic changes to Maria's routine, including introducing a specific ancient grain into her evening meal. Within 6 weeks, she reported feeling stronger and more energetic. By 3 months, she was carrying her groceries up those stairs again, and her overall quality of life had improved dramatically. But before I tell you exactly what we added to her diet, let me explain the science behind why this works so effectively. The grain I'm talking about is quinoa, pronounced quinoa. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Quinoa isn't exactly ancient to Western culture, and it might seem like just another health food trend. But quinoa has been cultivated in the Andes Mountains for over 4,000 years, earning it the nickname Mother of all grains among the Inca civilization. What makes quinoa special isn't just its history, but its unique nutritional profile that science is now revealing to be ideal for nighttime muscle building. Unlike most plant foods, quinoa is a complete protein, meaning it contains all 9 essential amino acids that your body can't produce on its own. This is relatively rare in the plant kingdom. Most grains are deficient in lysine, and most legumes are low in methionine, but quinoa provides adequate amounts of all essential amino acids, making it comparable to animal proteins in terms of quality. But here's where it gets really interesting. Quinoa contains a particularly high amount of leucine, an amino acid that acts like a key that starts the muscle building process. Think of leucine as the supervisor who tells your muscle cells to begin construction. Without enough leucine, your nighttime construction crew might show up to work, but won't receive the signal to start building. Studies suggest that leucine intake is especially important for older adults because our sensitivity to this muscle-building signal decreases with age. What makes quinoa even more special is its combination of complete protein with complex carbohydrates. When you eat quinoa in the evening, the carbohydrates help transport amino acids into your muscle cells more effectively. It's like providing your construction crew not just with bricks and mortar, but also with the trucks needed to deliver materials to the job site. The carbohydrates also help maintain stable blood sugar levels throughout the night, ensuring your body doesn't need to break down muscle tissue for energy. The fiber content in quinoa adds another layer of benefit. Fiber helps slow the digestion and absorption of nutrients, creating a steady stream of amino acids available to your muscles throughout the night. Instead of getting a quick spike of protein that gets used up in a few hours, you get a sustained release that can fuel muscle building for 6 to 8 hours while you sleep. Quinoa also contains magnesium, a mineral that plays a crucial role in muscle function and protein synthesis. Many older adults are deficient in magnesium, which can impair muscle building even when protein intake is adequate. The magnesium in quinoa also supports better sleep quality, which is essential because deep sleep is when growth hormone levels peak and muscle building is most active. Another remarkable aspect of quinoa is its iron content. Iron is essential for oxygen transport to muscles, and iron deficiency can significantly impair muscle function and recovery. This is particularly important for older adults, especially women, who are at higher risk for iron deficiency. The vitamin C naturally present in quinoa helps enhance iron absorption, making it more bioavailable than iron from many other plant sources. Now, let me address a concern that some of you might have. You might be wondering if eating quinoa at night will cause weight gain or disrupt your sleep. This is a valid concern, but the research actually suggests the opposite. When consumed in appropriate portions, quinoa can actually support weight management and improve sleep quality. The protein and fiber in quinoa help you feel satisfied, reducing the likelihood of late-night snacking on less healthy options. The complex carbohydrates can actually promote better sleep by supporting serotonin production, a neurotransmitter that helps regulate sleep cycles. And because quinoa helps preserve and build muscle mass, it supports a higher metabolic rate, which means you burn more calories even at rest. The key is timing and portion size. I typically recommend having quinoa as part of your dinner, ideally 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. This gives your body time to begin digesting and processing the nutrients, while also ensuring that amino acids are available throughout the night. A serving size of about half a cup of cooked quinoa is usually sufficient to provide muscle-building benefits without causing digestive discomfort. But quinoa isn't just beneficial on its own. It works even better when combined with certain other foods that enhance its muscle-building properties. For example, pairing quinoa with foods rich in vitamin D can improve protein utilization. Many older adults are deficient in vitamin D, which plays a crucial role in muscle function and strength. A simple dinner combining quinoa with wild-caught salmon or sardines provides both complete proteins and vitamin D for optimal muscle building. Adding vegetables rich in antioxidants, such as leafy greens or colorful bell peppers, can help reduce inflammation that might interfere with muscle recovery and building. The antioxidants work like a cleanup crew, removing cellular debris that accumulates from daily wear and tear, allowing your muscle-building processes to work more efficiently. Healthy fats also play an important role in maximizing quinoa's benefits. Adding a small amount of extra virgin olive oil, avocado, or nuts to your quinoa dish can improve the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins and provide additional calories for muscle building. These fats also help slow digestion even further, extending the availability of amino acids throughout the night. Let me give you some practical examples of how to incorporate quinoa into your evening routine. One of my favorite recommendations is a simple quinoa bowl with roasted vegetables and a piece of grilled fish or chicken. The preparation is straightforward. Cook quinoa according to package directions, which usually involves simmering 1 cup of quinoa in 2 cups of water or broth for about 15 minutes until the liquid is absorbed. While the quinoa is cooking, you can roast a mix of vegetables like bell peppers, zucchini, and onions with a drizzle of olive oil and your favorite herbs. The combination of quinoa, vegetables, and lean protein provides everything your muscles need for nighttime recovery and building. The variety of colors from the vegetables ensures you're getting a wide range of antioxidants and micronutrients. Another excellent option is quinoa soup, which can be particularly comforting for evening meals. You can make a large batch on weekends and reheat portions throughout the week. A simple quinoa vegetable soup with some added beans or lentils provides plant-based protein diversity while being easy to digest before bedtime. The warm liquid can also be soothing and may promote better sleep. For those who prefer lighter evening meals, quinoa can be incorporated into salads with ingredients like chickpeas, cucumber, tomatoes, and a simple lemon olive oil dressing. This provides a refreshing yet nutritionally complete meal that won't feel too heavy before sleep. The key is ensuring you're getting adequate protein from the quinoa and other plant sources to support overnight muscle building. Now, I want to address some potential concerns and contraindications. While quinoa is generally well tolerated by most people, some individuals may experience digestive discomfort when first introducing it to their diet. Quinoa contains compounds called saponins, which can cause stomach upset in sensitive individuals. However, thoroughly rinsing quinoa before cooking usually removes most saponins and eliminates this issue. If you have celiac disease or severe gluten sensitivity, quinoa is generally considered safe as it's naturally gluten-free. However, cross-contamination during processing can sometimes be an issue, so look for certified gluten-free quinoa if this is a concern for you. Always consult with your healthcare provider before making significant dietary changes, especially if you have existing health conditions or take medications. For people taking blood sugar medications, adding quinoa to evening meals might affect blood glucose levels. While quinoa generally has a lower glycemic index than many other grains, it still contains carbohydrates that can impact blood sugar. If you're on diabetes medications, work with your doctor to monitor your blood sugar levels when introducing quinoa to ensure your medication dosing remains appropriate. Those taking blood-thinning medications should also consult their healthcare provider, as quinoa contains vitamin K, which can affect blood clotting. While the amounts are typically not problematic, it's always best to discuss dietary changes with your medical team to ensure they align with your overall treatment plan. Let me also mention that while quinoa is an excellent tool for muscle building, it works best as part of a comprehensive approach to healthy aging. Regular physical activity, particularly resistance training, is still crucial for maintaining and building muscle mass. You don't need to become a bodybuilder, but incorporating simple strength exercises like bodyweight squats, wall push-ups, or resistance band exercises can significantly enhance the muscle-building effects of proper nutrition. Sleep quality is another crucial factor. Even with perfect nutrition, poor sleep can sabotage your muscle-building efforts. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night and create a sleep environment that supports deep, restorative rest. This means keeping your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet, and establishing a consistent bedtime routine. Stress management also plays a role in muscle health. Chronic stress elevates cortisol levels, which can promote muscle breakdown and interfere with muscle building. Incorporating stress reduction techniques like gentle yoga, meditation, or even simple deep breathing exercises can help optimize your body's muscle-building environment. Hydration is often overlooked, but equally important. Your muscles are about 75% water, and even mild dehydration can impair muscle function and recovery. Aim to drink water consistently throughout the day, but taper off in the evening to avoid disrupting sleep with frequent bathroom trips. Here's a practical action plan you can start implementing today. First, if quinoa is new to you, introduce it gradually. Start by replacing rice or pasta with quinoa in one meal per week, then gradually increase frequency as your digestive system adjusts. Pay attention to how your body responds and adjust portion sizes accordingly. Second, time your quinoa consumption strategically. Include it in your dinner meal, aiming to eat 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. This timing allows for optimal digestion while ensuring amino acids are available during peak muscle-building hours of sleep. Keep a food diary for the first few weeks to track how different timing affects your sleep quality and morning energy levels. Third, focus on preparation methods that maximize quinoa's benefits. Always rinse quinoa thoroughly before cooking to remove any bitter-tasting saponins. Consider cooking quinoa in bone broth instead of water to add additional protein and minerals. Experiment with herbs and spices not just for flavor, but for their anti-inflammatory properties. Fourth, combine quinoa with complementary foods to enhance its muscle-building effects. Include a variety of colorful vegetables for antioxidants, healthy fats for nutrient absorption, and other protein sources for amino acid diversity. Think of creating balanced meals rather than focusing on quinoa alone. Fifth, monitor your progress and adjust as needed. Pay attention to changes in your strength, energy levels, and overall well-being over the course of several weeks. Take note of improvements in daily activities like climbing stairs, carrying groceries, or getting up from chairs. These functional improvements are often the first signs that your muscle-building efforts are working. Remember, building muscle after 50 is like tending a garden. It requires patience, consistency, and the right conditions. You won't see dramatic changes overnight, but with consistent effort over weeks and months, the improvements can be remarkable. Some people notice increased energy and better sleep quality within just a few days of improving their nutrition, while strength gains typically become apparent over several weeks. I want to emphasize that quinoa is not a magic bullet or miracle cure. It's simply an excellent tool that, when used properly as part of a healthy lifestyle, can significantly support your muscle-building goals. The real magic happens when you combine good nutrition with adequate sleep, regular movement, stress management, and social connection. Think of quinoa as one important piece of a larger puzzle of healthy aging. As we conclude, I want you to remember that taking care of your muscles is really about taking care of your future self. Every meal is an opportunity to provide your body with what it needs to stay strong, independent, and vibrant. Your muscles have been carrying you through life for decades, and now it's time to give them the support they deserve. The beauty of incorporating quinoa into your routine is its simplicity and versatility. You don't need expensive supplements, complicated meal plans, or drastic lifestyle changes. You just need to be mindful about providing your body with quality nutrition at the right times. Start small, be consistent, and trust the process. Your body has an amazing capacity for renewal and repair, even well into your later years. By supporting your muscle health with foods like quinoa, you're not just preserving what you have, you're potentially building back strength you thought you'd lost forever. Every night while you sleep, Your body can be working to make you stronger, more resilient, and more capable of enjoying all the activities that bring you joy. I encourage you to start tonight. Prepare a simple quinoa dish for dinner, eat it mindfully, and then get a good night's sleep. Let your body's natural muscle building processes work their magic while you rest. In the morning, take a moment to appreciate that your body has been working all night to make you stronger. If you found this information helpful, I encourage you to share it with family members or friends who might benefit from learning about quinoa's muscle building properties. Sometimes the simplest changes can have the most profound impact on our health and quality of life. Consider commenting below about which quinoa recipe you plan to try first, or share your experience if you're already incorporating this ancient grain into your routine. Take care of yourself, because you deserve to feel strong, energetic, and capable at every stage of life. Your muscles are waiting for the right nutrition to help them rebuild and grow stronger. Give them what they need, and they'll reward you with improved strength, better balance, and enhanced quality of life for years to come.